Hello, it's a very good morning and welcome to this edition of the Topical Discussion. I am Simon Kagwanjala. The season is unfolding in ways that are quite interesting and intriguing at the same time. We're talking new party formations, parties getting unveiled, the jostling for political seats here and there is on, and the fight for party cards is also on. It's likely to turn bloody this week as the NRM enters the primaries. But above all this, what we read between the lines on the political season as it heats up towards elections. Joining me is the president of the National Economic Empowerment Dialogue Party, a pastor in his own rank,
a journalist,
and a veteran journalist, Mr. Joseph Kaboleta. Good to have you and a very good morning.
Good morning to you, Simon. Good to be here, and good morning to all the viewers.
I thought it sounds flattering to call you a journalist anymore.
Why is it flattering? Flattering to who?
To you.
Why? Is journalist such a high thing that you call me a journalist? I was a journalist for actually close to 20 years. So I guess I still am, at least by training I am. So
well, is there reason to celebrate the fact that you now have a certificate from EC as need?
No, it's supposed to be a very simple thing, because politics is supposed to be something done on the ground and about winning over people. But without that small, I've had it for a while though, by the way, and I was gazetted long time ago.
You were gazetted, but not certified.
Yeah. Well, it took a while between gazetting and certifying. But the thing is, the real politics was going on in spite of all of that, because there are so many. There will be so many parties, and anybody can. I mean, there are parties which are there. They have been there, but whether or not they get traction is really up to their groundwork that has been done. And we at NEED started immediately after the last election, when I was former presidential candidate. I started traversing the country and getting my message across. And even the election itself was just an opportunity to get a message across, to get to know to tell people what I am all about. And I proceeded with that throughout immediately after the election, and I've been at it for a while. Although I kept quiet, and perhaps a bit too long for some of you, and to the point that even you called me and tell me that what's happening, we have a turn for me in a while. But the reality is that what I don't want NEED to be is a party that comes and just flashes in the pan and something. No, we are up to something, we are going somewhere, and it is going to be big.
Yeah, but you're likely to be sandwiched in the multitudes of parties that are emerging. What explains the irony that parties are all coming out at the same time?
I don't know, because there are so many people who have aspirations, and there are so many people, and I remember some people even in 2021 told me that next 2026 I'm coming to join you in the presidential race. So many people, some of whom have now been unveiled as party leaders and so on. So they will all be there, and all of them have aspirations. But my aspiration is to lead this country. Okay? Now, I will know that I can't be sandwiched, because I'll give you an example. When the league is starting, let's say like the Premier League, there are teams which say we are starting one because we want to be champions. Then there are those who say we want to avoid relegation. Then there are those who say we want to be in the Champions League. So everyone...
Where are you on the slate?
Champions.
An underdog? Or?
No, champions. I want to be champions. Now, that's what I am targeting. And that's the whole purpose of this. If it was not that, I would not waste my time. Because there is a lot of people in politics who are there to earn money, get a few members of parliament, and get some iPod money and what. My party is not going to be that kind of party. And I want you to wait and see. It is not going to be that kind of party. And I told you here before, here on your show when I came, I told you that when you start and when you're moving and so on, and you seem to be, a lot of people think, where are you heading with this? But you see, when you enter...
and apparently the country is spoiled for choice. You just too many. It's a litany.
There's not too many choices. You see, there's not too many choices. That's the honest reality. Back to the example of the league. Can you name 5 clubs that you think can be champions? It's probably about 2 or 3. So there's not too many choices, but there are so many who participate. But there's probably about 2 or 3 which. But I want you to give me time and see, because I've said that before. Just give me time and see that I cannot be sandwiched between anybody. I did not come into this game for that reason. I am a lot bigger than that.
You've had 5 years.
Yes, I have had 5 years.
And your traction.
You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know, because you're gauging traction from media. There's a lot of things that do not come to the media. Now, if I had not come out yesterday in the media and announced, you would not have me here today. But that doesn't mean I was doing nothing. The announcing doesn't mean I was doing nothing. The fact that it's been...
you seem to be playing the Mugisha Muntu kind of politics of building.
You wait and see. Because you see, when you're building and there is a chivati in front of your structure, nobody knows what's happening until they see the structure coming up. But the point is this. What you're calling traction is media. And as I said, if I come to the media, then I will appear to have traction. But that's not how it works.
Yeah, but media is critical for politics.
It is when you are doing something on the ground. Media adds value when there is something that you're doing on the ground. But if there's nothing, then I can come here and show up and give nice interviews and so on, and there's nothing that's going to happen. But wait and see. I just challenge you to wait and see, because you see, you called me last week. I said, give me 1 week. Okay? Now, give me a short time, you'll see. We are launching the party, officially launching the party on 23rd.
Last year you unveiled.
Last year we unveiled need. Now here we're officially launching the political party with all the structures. I mean, not the structures, with the certification.
What explains the coincidence that it's launch after launch after launch after launch?
Because there is one election. That's the whole point, because it's time for election now.
So that suggests that you're targeting the election.
Of course,
that's your business.
Everybody is targeting the election. Now, the purpose, I mean, the reason there are all these parties coming up is because there's an election coming up. And now is the time for it. The question is, there will be a sieving process. And then we see what and who comes out on top.
Yeah, but is time on your side?
Oh, they have a lot of time.
It's barely 6 months to the next election.
I told you, Simon, I have been in the field since 2021. The elections ended in February. The president was sworn in May. By September, I was already in the field. I've traversed this country in excess of 3 times in all that time without media. But that doesn't mean I was doing nothing. Okay? I didn't have to come to NBS to announce what I'm doing. I've done that. So time would not be on my side if I had waited up to now to start doing work. I have not.
So you're joining the rush for the presidency, to be on the ballot box, on the ballot paper for the presidency, right?
Yes, I'm going to be on the ballot paper for the presidency, like I was 5 years ago. That's not a big deal.
Your performance then was quite appalling.
Well, yeah, I mean...
you were a newcomer, it's understandable.
I was a newcomer, I did not have a political party.
Do you think the odds are likely to change now?
Oh my, wait and see. Just wait and see. I mean, I didn't have... according to Biawakama's results, which, by the way, and I've said this before over and over again, have no correlation whatsoever to what happened on the ground. Okay? I want people to know that what happens during election, when you switch off internet, there is no way by absolutely that you can transmit results from up-country stations to the Electoral Commission. All that is done there is fiction. Okay? And I'm telling you that I'm not speculating, because you see, when I sent representatives at the Tallying Center in Chambogo in 2021, I knew what I wanted. I knew I wasn't going to be first or second or third. Okay? But I sent somebody who is an IT expert to be a witness for me. And then he went, and there were these computers which were put there with the results for representatives of, of different candidates. And this IT guy just went straight into the computer and found out that the result